The next exercise in our one-arm swing progression is our one-arm swingle, or just 1 rep at a time. We've gone through the one-arm deadlift, and we've learned how to keep the bell in its lane. It's not a one-handed version of a two-hand swing, but it's half of a double kettlebell swing, the bell staying in its lane. In the swing start, we learned about internal rotation on the hike and how that's going to help us pack the shoulder when we get to the top. Now, in the swingle, we got our first taste of what really separates the one-arm swing from the two-hand swing or even the double swing, and that's that it's an anti-rotational exercise. When I'm at the top, the bell is going to try to pull me that way. When I'm at the bottom, it's going to try to pull me this way. But I, being a sturdy practitioner of strength, am going to fight that rotation. In the swingle, of course, we're only performing 1 rep at a time, so we don't have to worry too much about getting pulled out of position. It's a great way to practice the skill. But as the momentum builds with more repetitions, we can get more and more out of position. The way to counter this in the moment is to make sure that you're driving equally through both heels and contracting both glutes powerfully at the top. That, combined with a deliberate effort to stay square at the top, as though you still have 2 bells, and a deliberate effort to stay square at the bottom, should do the trick. If you're still getting pulled around, your shoulder joint's coming unpacked, your spine's getting some rotation in it, your hips are getting rotated, or hips and knees and spine, when you're in the bottom position, you're getting some rotation there. There's a drill that we can use to counter that rotation. I've got a band, a fairly heavy band, attached to a couple of really heavy kettlebells back here. So it's not going anywhere. But you can do this at your home with a door anchor or with the band looped around something that's not going to move. So this band is going to try to pull me into rotation. But I'm just going to drive through both heels and squeeze my glutes and square up my trunk, and I'm countering that rotation. Let it hang, square up. Now I've learned how to counter the rotation at the top. I can do the same thing with the tendency to rotate at the bottom by stepping over the band and letting it pull me through. It's going to try to pull me into rotation this way. All I have to do is square my shoulders, find my focus out in front of me, make sure my shoulders are level, and release. So that band drill is a helpful way to figure out what you need to engage in order to really capitalize on the anti-rotational nature of the one-arm swing. If you've already started your get-up practice, that's another great way to start to understand what happens in the one-arm swing without even practicing it. So between those 2 exercises, the one-arm swing and the get-up, you've got a pretty effective program minimum. There's still some subtlety to go over with the one-arm swing. What do I do with my free arm, for example? But that's a wrap for the one-arm swingle and our drills, the isometric hold with a one-arm band row or pull. I hope that this helps you lay the foundation for a strong one-arm swing ahead.